So now we're back from our break. We appreciate you joining us. This is the StarCraft 2 Community Team League. We are your commentators, Wingnut SC and Gallegation. We are happy to be here with you this evening. We're currently going into game number 6 of our best of 7 with a score of 3-2 in favor of Armada Gaming. So now going into game number 6, it is going to be GG Kids Kirk versus Armada Gaming Reach. Gallegation, what do you have for us?
So we have a bio on Kirk. He started playing a year after the launch of StarCraft 2. And he began playing because he saw a tourney being casted and thought it looked like a lot of fun. The community was great, and it was just a very appealing game altogether. He started in Silver and worked his way up. If you like what you see from him, either in chat, I do see him that he's sitting there, or in this game, you can find him at twitch.tv/KirkSC. I will post that in the chat probably before Kirk is able to get to it. But there it is.
Yes, Kirk has been hanging out in chat. We appreciate the players of the games actually hanging out with us. Hopefully we're not too critical of you, but we're not Grandmaster players, but we like to put our thoughts in. Do feel free in chat on that note to tell us what you think too. As we're postulating and theory crafting, let us know your thoughts. It's always interesting to discuss the different options and choices.
That's right, and also give us your feedback on the stream in general. We thrive off of community feedback. We try and make the changes that you suggest, trying to make the stream just as good as it can be, the very best that we can possibly do. We're here to serve the community of StarCraft 2 and putting together this team league. That is the mission behind it. So if you see things that you would like to see out of the stream, do let us know. We would love to check those out and try and make any implementations that we can. Feel free to tweet those either at WingNutSC, at SC2CTL, or at Gallegation. We'll check those out. You can always put them in chat, but the chances of us seeing them may go down because, you know what, we're casting, so we're not always actively reading the chat.
Absolutely, and if you were a viewer of Season 1 of SC2CTL, you will certainly know the changes that went through the stream and the league and everything as we went along, based purely on community feedback, so we can't stress that enough. Give us your feedback in chat, give us your feedback on Twitter, on Reddit, reddit.com/r/SC2CTL, I believe. All good things. But as we jump on into this game, in the upper right-hand corner, the yellow Zerg representing GG Kids. Joining us in chat, it is Kirk.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, the green carapace Zerg, it is Armada Gaming's Reach.
So GG Kids down 2-3, as you can see the score in the lower area of your screen. Have to win this game in order to be able to have a chance to go to a match point for both teams. What do you think? What are you thinking? This is the first ZVZ of the day. You're the Zerg guy. What do you like?
I'm excited. I love me some ZVZ. I love the micro that's involved in it. I love just the sweating, accurate clicking that has to happen. I just imagine that both players are furiously, going at their keyboards, going at their mice, sweat trickling down their faces, and they're leaning in 2 inches away from their monitor, trying to make sure that they click the exact right pixel to avoid that one swipe from a Ling on their Baneling that would have killed it otherwise, Things like that. It just really is exciting to watch for me. This is a giant map, so we're going to be seeing some pretty interesting tactics here. In fact, it looks like Reach already went and put down a quick expansion there.
Yeah, we have a 14 pool from Kirk and a 15 expansion from Reach, so pretty divergent builds here. So Kirk will definitely be able to have some units out quicker. We'll see if he takes that to his advantage or just tries to get some queens out. Does take an expansion to follow it up there shortly after. Both players...
He is actively mining gas here, too, so he's going to be going for an aggressive build. He's going to be getting that Zergling speed as soon as he can, and that usually means some early Lings with some early running, but he is going to be scouted here by Reach.
Yeah, as Overlords did high-five each other, and quickly Kirk repositioned his northernmost Overlord to come back down towards the direction of Reach. As you said, good observation with the gas. Is that one of your favorite things to do, is to go for the early gas or go for the early 3 base, get all the things?
Oh, I'm much more in favor of the economic build. There's definitely benefits to doing this heavy early aggression. He even pulled his workers out of gas, so he's just kind of going to get a huge Zergling swell. That's his game plan here. But on a map this large, I mean, he's lucky that he has scouted his opponent. He knows where he is. So that is definitely a benefit to this style of tactic, and there's just a lot of Lings on their way out already, and they're going to be swarming across the map.
Yeah, 2 Lings on the field for Reach, as well as a lot of Queens. 2 in queue, 1 did just pop out, so he's definitely going for the economical, but he's going to see the Lings of Kirk heading down his direction as they just kind of high-five each other.
Yeah, they don't even care to hit each other. They are out for blood. Those 2 are going to run into a Queen, though, if they go to that natural, which it looks like they sure are, but they're going to run back into the main base instead, where there is a Queen there as well.
Natural it is. Well, he does get a nice position on those drones, getting the drones in front of the Queen, kind of soaking up a little bit of that damage. Nice micro to move the drones back, not to lose a lot. Does kill a couple Lings, so doing a good job holding on here so far.
Yeah, and Reach, actually, he does have a Baneling nest about halfway done, and if he's able to hold off the Zergling rush, he is going to have speed advantage over his opponent for close to 30 seconds here, so he's going to want to make the most of that. But once those Banelings do come out, Reach is going to have the advantage. But it looks now like Kirk is getting his Baneling nest as well. And these are the subtle little things that can make the difference in these Zerg versus Zerg games, is the timing and all this stuff.
Kirk does really want to get that Queen down. It's so tempting to just sack your Lings to get that extra little bit of damage in. 2 Banelings being morphed in gives the opportunity for the Lings to come in a little bit. Speed is completed for Reach now as well.
And Kirk sees that as a reason to get out of dodge. He's running back home. He does have a Spine Crawler going down. It is natural. That's a good plan. Has a Baneling nest popping here just a second. So both players are going to be on even footing here, as the early aggression has somewhat come to an end. Although Reach now looking like he's still got aggression in mind.
So it looks like Gas and Roach Warren going down for Kirk here, looking to possibly counter these Banelings a little bit, as the Lings and Banelings are going to be coming in. Oh, 2 Banelings are about to pop at the top of the ramp and get him. It looks like about 6 Zerglings get hit by that. Great hit by Kirk on those Zerglings of Reach.
And that was very fortuitous that he got that many down. The second Baneling wasn't as fruitful. 1-to-1 trade, Baneling to Zergling, not the most ideal. But Kirk now has the Zergling advantage and is going to try and make the most of it moving across the map with his 10 Zerglings.
Wow, that really swung the balance of that. I mean, he lost a lot of Zerglings to that, and isn't it just so tempting when you see a Baneling morph and it's like, oh, if I can just get up and attack it and kill it before it pops, and not know that it's only 2 seconds from being complete and exactly what happening. So it looks like 5 Banelings coming in for Kirk as well, along with his Lings here getting ready to push on to Reach's base.
He is going to run into that Spine Crawler and 2 Banelings, but he smartly sent in 2 Zerglings to take the brunt of that. Banelings moving in first are taking some hits from that Spine Crawler. 2 go down without getting anything. Oh my goodness! And there are still a lot of drones. Oh, another huge hit. Only like 4 drones survived that whole onslaught. So
speechless.
That was huge in Kirk's favor.
Yeah, and like you said about the small things, so many small things have happened here that have turned this both ways. I mean, and GG. I mean, there's really no other option there except to GG. But let's walk through them real quick. First thing, Kirk has a huge Ling advantage coming in and pushes on Ling and Reach's base early. Reach has great positioning with his Queen, great control of his drones to kill a couple Lings and even up the numbers to 4 Lings of his own. Just holds it off. Then Reach gets the advantage and gets those Lings out, gets a Baneling nest out faster, gets the speed out, moves up to Kirk's base, and those 2 absolutely insane Zerglings. Reach found his his Lings surrounding and popped and destroyed probably 2/3 of his Ling army, putting Kirk at a huge advantage. Then you go ahead and wrap it up, Allegation.
Well, then Kirk decides he's going to move down the center of the map, or sorry, the right side of the map, with his 9 or 10 Zerglings there, turns 5 of them into Banelings. Once they're popped, sends 2 Zerglings out, trying to bait whatever Banelings are there. Does get both of those killed. Runs in with the 5 Banelings with the Zerglings trailing behind. Does lose 2 to the Spine Crawler, but the remaining 3 are able to destroy the mineral line of his opponent, Reach. And at that point, Reach, realizing what a blunder he's just made, there really wasn't a whole lot left for him to do. Much less that Kirk had a follow-up of Zergling, Banelings, and Roaches ready to swing in for the kill there. So definitely the right move to GG when he did. It was shortly coming to that conclusion anyway, but great play. Definitely what I love to see in a Zerg versus Zerg game.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoy mirror matchups for different reasons. Protoss I appreciate for the mind games that go on, but Zerg by and large, I appreciate for the control required to get an advantage in the game, and that was absolutely demonstrated. Kirk had the upper hand. Great control by him in everything that he did to get himself on that path, and great game.
Absolutely.
With that, we're going to move into Game 7 as our score is now tied with Kirk in that win. It's going to bring our score to 3-3, which brings us to game number 7, which is the maximum number of games.
That's right. And the 7th game kind of has some interesting rules to it, as we are seeing some repeated names here. We're going to be seeing Kirk versus Instinct for this final match. To try and pull it out. It has come down to a best of 1 out of this best of 7. Whoever's able to take this match will take it for their team.
But first, we're going to take a brief 30-second break, and we will be right back with game number 7.